Hello, welcome back. You're here a mere, 4 or 5 minutes since I've recorded the last episode. And I'm eager for more. Can't leave it alone now, especially with something so pivotal on the horizon. But after a successful birthday party, and a successful selling of a figurine which made its way to its particular muse, who would have thought that things that a small country boy such as Rudy could be seen in the wider world, especially in the hands of nobility? And after receiving wands for the efforts that they've been putting in their learning, are Ghislaine and Ed is going to keep up the effort? Or is something going to go down more physical? I'm surprised no broken bones have actually occurred yet due to incorrect answers. But let's see some more. I don't think you need to... Oh, okay, just throw it on the floor. I was going to say, I don't think you need to measure it. Put down a daily record. We're currently at 4 centimetres. Is Paul going to be upset with him that is not advancing in his way of the sword quite so quickly? Quite a desaturated downpour of a day. And yet, despite the weather, shops need to go on, lives need to continue, even with only a small cloth tarp. I think more shows should do this where it doesn't cut away from the actual storytelling at all. It plays the music over just a wordless vision of the environment. It's nice to see how the wall defences are maintained there. Quick! You need to... Planning some sort of surprise. I don't think Ghislaine is unaware that he's peeping in. Okay, now it might be time to hide your presence and leave. Oh no! So already not from a great bloodline. To be fair, I'd prefer a more subdued celebration. Wouldn't like a grand event. And you can kind of understand why that woman is scowling at every opportunity. 10 whole years. Alright. So you got Ghislaine here, keeping him busy. Let's go and get some lunch. You've got to come up with something good to really keep him in his room. Is there anything wrong with it? He needs to understand how the tale functions and is connected before you can put it in miniature form. Yeah, should be straight. Yep, there you go. That's a warrior's constitution for you. That's wood. Years of training. Excuse me, you could wait until being called. It's his birthday. We can let it go. But despite someone's family name or heritage, is it really okay to hold it against them like that woman does? Wow. Hold your tears! I mean, his ability... and this is him without even a drink. His ability to work people like that. It's almost terrifying. Hey? They decided against it. Yeah, apart from not only his... Look at what you've done to the tension in the room. Yeah. Huh? This came out of nowhere. Did he knock himself out and this is all in his imagination? Age would have something to do with it, but... What the hell's going on? Ow. Actually making a staff. He doesn't use, like, he's better than, like, Chinchunmoru, but he doesn't really use his wand, but having a staff like that... Wait, was Ghislaine drooling back there? I saw they have been allowed back into the celebrations. She's still enjoying the party. I see. So she hasn't had any siblings or anyone. So that would understand the animosity towards him. You know, maybe you could have explained this a while ago so you didn't have the ill feelings kind of lingering there. I mean, it's a grand offer. It's a lot to ask, though. I have several reservations now. This family, they need some intervention. The lives of aristocrats and noble factions are quick. Is it too late to go and apologise? Take up the offer. Question. She had been, well, yeah, informed of the deal. Yeah, despite the kind of period that this is set in, the kind of medieval life kind of thing, it's still very uncomfortable. You're very he almost fell into the path that his forebears laid out, playing up into the same kind of role as Paul, being caught up in the moment. One thing that I would appreciate in this situation, just to make it a little less strange, would be if Sugata stopped narrating. Actually continue narrating so we can detach from Rudius saying it. You can be a little less eager. A lot can be said about I guess she wasn't fully okay with everything. Is everything still working? I heard a crunch. Things aren't meant to crunch. And he did get quite a lovely staff out of it, and a party, I guess. And I guess this is the first time that she's actually come back and control yourself for 5 years. I guess that's actually slightly better. So that's why we started off with him measuring, counting the numbers, etc. Oh, did he manufacture his own barbell? Now all he's got to do is not to completely screw himself in 5 years. Took a while for him to remember her. Ooh, the darkness of this woods, so little that you'd actually be able to see. A lot of shows would up the lighting that you'd see in those areas so that you could actually be able to see the action, but not this. Did they have to get the kid working as a maid so quickly? There's very little in this house that Rudy really treasured. I would have liked to see Sylvie acting out, being a bit more confident in herself. You're all... I mean, the kid didn't even do anything to deserve being scared half to death. What an evil mother. They've been very... Well, we were told they've been very active. A rumbling in the distance. Well, really get your priorities out there and known. Azura Kingdom. Her first thought, if there's something strange happening, it must be connected. Is that how you greet someone? He doesn't seem too intimidated. Oh, I like the sounds that they're doing for the dragon. The rumble. doing it, all the little things kind of right. Something's and shows kind of overlook stuff like that. Whose spell indeed? I don't know this character. Oh. Does she actually have like an army behind her? Is it just her wandering? That would be funny. I think she needs a drink of water. Depends how long she's walking, really. It's a lot to take in right now. Like, several new characters. An event in the distance on the horizon. Put his staff to the test. Wow. Really condensing the spell there. Is it the same one he used years ago, or has he been learning? Huh? It's already started. He didn't even finish the spell yet. If it is, it's oh! It's not under his control. Immediately aiming for Rudy there. And after playing Elden Ring recently, actually, any sort of lightning strike coming from a floating ball I have a strong hatred for at the minute. And so you've determined that it may cease. Sword God Galfarian. He has his orders. Suspicious, he says. Just, standing in the field, I guess, might be a bit suspicious. It must be that he's... Yep. Almost like some sort of protagonist of a story. He's dipped. Yeah, what exactly would you do in a situation like that? It's not something you think you could really outrun. Just cut it off right there. The first half of the episode, something so like sweet and nice and a bit weird, really being the counter to this moment right now, where everything's gone up in, well, not really flames, but a bunch of new characters appearing, a massive disturbance, a huge amount of mana, Rudius himself being targeted because that boy's not right. But it's good that before all of this went down, the questions about that woman being so angry all the time were really kind of hammered out. So actually, she's just upset about her own son's not being there and him somewhat taking the place. And the rest of the family seemingly, everyone's on good terms, despite maybe a internal war between various grey rat houses. And on a kind of political power kind of family setting, you can kind of understand why Philip and everything are kind of pushing so much, but at the same time it is disturbing to see it in such kind of vivid detail. Also, how many fans did Ghislaine garner in this episode with her very brusque and straight to the point, well, you want to see the tail, do you? Rightio. Maybe her little figurine now will be more modular as well. But as you can see, it's very well made. The craftsmanship is impeccable. You know, I've been putting it off for a few minutes, but that devastation, we don't actually know what comes of this mysterious blue light, the energy burst that we saw. You know, if anything happens like that, you can pretty much assume it's not going to be good. Unless it's a very just flashy light show. However, because I know it's not, oh boy. And the various forms that you can take when being presented with the seemingly insurmountable wall, danger, death in front of you. Rudy chose flee, and Eris completely froze. There wasn't really a way out of it, though. Let's be honest, you're not outrunning that. That was expanding far too quickly. But getting a view into part of the outside world, the family, the names, a few more characters, dragons, some guy with scales across his face, the demon lord, and her armies. There should be fair few fun episodes up ahead, and hopefully you'll be there to see it, because, well, if you've enjoyed this, I'll be very, very grateful to hear about it. If you want to leave a comment down below, or even subscribe to the channel, it would mean quite a lot, because outside of just helping the channel grow, I do read them. Sometimes respond. But after the excitement of one day, I'm gonna have a bit of a rest. See where we end up tomorrow. But for now, maybe you should do the same. See you in the next one. Can't believe you almost forgot about Sylvie. For shame. If you would want to provide a last-second warning should my channel be caught in the midst of a giant explosion, I'm not sure exactly how much help it would be, but you can join on to my Patreon, because so far my patrons have proven themselves time and time again, and also, without knowing it, thrown me quite a good birthday party. So, I need to thank Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mats, Moaha, Stinsfire, Girly, Grey 19, Sotitron, Cardboard, Croyville, Jennifer Rojas, Alvin Garcia, Santiago, Di Fiero, Dark Shadow 7899, Defender of Seg, Ginterman, Vinez, Kid, Luis Rivero, Maurizio Lascano, Eddie Swanson, and everyone else. I just hope that I don't turn round and see any of you near my bed.